Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, welcome back to your games here. I am not Steven. I am joined by Benpl's ladies. How are you feeling about this game, Ben? We're finally getting up to these upper bracket games.
Yeah, it should be a good one. And I've honestly seen the veto, and this veto has got me super pumped. Bagel first up.
Love it.
This is Dreamland.
We are going to be going live here to our first map. It is Bagel, starting off on Yak. Why don't you get us away?
Yeah, we'll see how the spam exchanges on this first mid-fight. SKEDDA over there in the blue and Pepis Pizza Party in the red. Just a couple of sticky bombs over the top. No one going for anything too aggressive so far. It's all about this damage, all about this early poke and prod before they can think of any damage to push her. But so far, only really Juno that's taken a decent amount of damage. Mac took a bit of spray spam as well, but that is all to be spoken of so far.
Yeah, some little fights happening in the houses do mean that SKEDDA has to back up just a little bit. Allows a tiny bit of cap time, but it's pretty even so far. It's actually pretty good start, but they trade out in houses. It's looking like the first cap point is going to go towards the side of SKEDDA, but huge spam onto the demo man here. Should be getting the point straight back on the side of Pepis, but they're taking their time, waiting for their spawners of Menix here, but that might have been too little too late here, as the re-aggression has come straight back up on SKEDDA. This is what happens quite often on Bagel. It's just such a back and forth while you wait for the Ubers. So the Uber trade does come out, as I am calling it, chasing as far as they can, but the flashes are good on the side of SKEDDA here, so things have reset, but the point goes to Pepis at the end of this.
Yeah, the point getting captured there in the retreat is really important, because otherwise there's a potential there for the red side to get all the way chased out. And actually, Lucas going down, Jordy going down, scouting behind. Menix is going absolutely massive, but does not land the crucial shots over onto Eon, surviving on about 30 HP. The spawners much faster over on SKEDDA, and with no demo man, no pocket soldier either for Pepis Pizza Party. This aggression could be coming in pretty quick.
Yeah, I think you can send a scout here to try to make some time, deny these soldiers a little bit, but yeah, they just need to be a little bit careful, hedge their bets here. Their spawners are in, so they can make a bit of a contest here, and that's exactly what they're doing, keeping a scout on point, but Tiram going down first is going to make things a little more difficult. It's much less spam. They're just taking so much damage as the rest of Pepis Pizza Party are just walking forward. I just realised they're the wrong way around.
Yeah, I think production around that. Yeah, with the blue team slightly ahead in the point, and that is we're reliably informed that is Pepis Pizza Party, with Vanu taking this fight up towards onto Menix, but Menix holding ground here in this far left house. One pick advantage though for the blue side, and so much cap time as well. This cap is surely going to flip over in a moment, but Ubercharge is ready. You're thinking that the red side might decide to just use in here and try and block this, but never mind, they're not got a chance to do so. Mac taken down before the Ubercharge can be popped off. What a play that is from Pepis Pizza Party.
That was just greed. That was greed. They used so early, but Mac was trying to milk it as much as humanly possible, but just takes a rocket from an unspotted KN there, and this gives such a huge advantage now to the side of Pepis Pizza Party, because this forward hold is so unbelievably strong. If you decide to stay aggressive on this, it's so hard to get out. You put traps here, stickies here, there's spam from the soldier. It's just so hard to get out of. There's so much damage coming through. Jordy goes down, the demo man taken down to minuscule HP here. They're just losing so many players. They want to keep trying to push this, but I think this is a mistake.
Yeah, the problem is if you lose these players, you get locked so far back, and we can see the forward hold already being set up. Tiram even peeking forward into lobby as well, and Vanu actually the kill onto Af. So much space locked down by Pepis Pizza Party. They've still got a little bit of advantage too. Yes, these players are going to be spawning up on SKEDDA, but they're locked all the way back in their own lobby. It's such a hard forward hold to break out of.
Yeah, it is, but they're not really sending any aggression in through lobby. I thought they might start trying to rotate. Actually, that's exactly what's happening as a demo man. He realizes only one soldier was holding that, but they've actually already kind of switched a status quo. There is a trade coming out through a main here. Pretty even on both sides. It does mean the red team has got out of this forward hold here, so they do have a chance to have a good fight, but it's looking good. Nice fight from Yak. KN comes in and gets Jordy as well here, but the rest of the team of SKEDDA are healthy enough to keep staying in this fight. Scout already over point, takes down Yak, and now it's looking good for SKEDDA. Oh, Tiram!
Tiram goes absolutely massive. I had all eyes on the point after doing great work, but it was the other side where all the magic was happening. Tiram bombs in late and gets so much damage, including the kill of run to Mac. It's going to be uber advantage again for Eon and for Pepis Pizza Party. They have less than a minute on the clock, and they have come out of this first round flying.
This is crunch time now as well. They may not get that strong forward hold, as SKEDDA is already walking out. They're taking it fast here. They know the seconds really matter as this fight goes on, but they need to be a bit careful. Could they get this opening pick on this right-hand side? They can. It's onto KN. This opens things up, allows a scout to kind of start going aggressive, and it's good trades so far for the side of SKEDDA here. It's just it's just chaos.
There's a scout behind in lobby as well. Menix was threatening to go behind on into Eon, and Eon's actually kind of having to back out all the way. There was an advantage to be used, but is there going to be time? It's already 70% Uber over on Mac on the red side of things, and actually Tiram bombing in gets two, gets a third as well, the three-piece from Tiram, keeping Pepis ahead in this fight. And yeah, these spawners are so far away. The Ubercharge isn't even ready for Mac and Pepis Pizza Party. They tighten the grip and they cap the point. 27 seconds left for them to hang on.
Yeah, Mac will be getting this Uber up now, but they have to go in fast. Only 20 seconds remaining. It is enough time to kind of get all their players in, but they're going to be slowing them down as much as possible. And KN getting that early kill onto Warped, it's just going to make things even harder here. They're finally getting in through this choke on the right-hand side, but yeah, 10 seconds on the clock. They need to get someone to point, or they need to just use this Uber to try to get players forward, but it's not happening. Mac drops again to Tiram, and it's all going so wrong in this first round for SKEDDA, and they lose it. Wow, Pepis looked amazing.
That was phenomenal. And Tiram, like one of the players that I guess sort of gets glossed over sometimes talking about this team, has just had a life round almost there.
That was an MVP round.
That was a huge, look at the multiple players. We saw the 3K coming in on the low ground. We saw many collapses over onto the combo with SKEDDA, and SKEDDA are shook. They came in as favourites for this one, but they have been utterly battered in this first round. See what they can come back in round number 2, but that was such a good first showing from Pepis.
Yeah, I have to say, Bagel is one of the maps that it may look really confident on one round, and it can completely switch on the second. That forward hold, if you can get it, is just so strong, and every team struggles to break it here. So if they can get a good start here on the side of SKEDDA, then, you know, do not count them out.
Absolutely, and again, it's a slow start, as we usually see on these Bagel mid-fights. Just exchanging the spam over the top of the point, no one taking a great deal so far. Some question over the point, though, from Af, getting a lot of damage over onto Yak, who's going to have to step back, step out of the fight for a moment to get healed back up. But in the meantime, that allows SKEDDA to crawl forward, get so much cap time onto the point as players traded 1-for-1. Varnu actually doing a good deal of damage over onto the red combo, and we're seeming to trade 1-for-1 this whole time.
Yeah, they're just no health and now no players on the side of Pepis, but they want to keep trying to fight it here, taking things time to possible. He's in behind, gets the force here. That's a good start. Mac is able to back up. He is in absolutely no danger here. Oh, it's just so good. That's a good start.
That would have been huge if Menek's got an extra kill, but yeah, the flank play coming so good. You mentioned it in the pre-game, the power of getting players in behind, especially on a map like Bagel, can be so strong, and now Mac reaps the rewards. Massive advantage, and on a map like Bagel, if a team strays too far in, this advantage can be used aggressively. That's such a big kill over onto Lucas. The force comes out as well, and never mind, the Ubercharge gets less than nothing. They lose players, and again, there's players bombing in onto Mac. Mac might not even be getting out alive here, and does not, as he is cleaned up on the escape through main. And Pepis Pizza Party, they were meant to be at disad.
These soldiers are doing insane work here on the side of Pepis. I don't think we got on camera there, but a double air shot by KN to kill Lucas. That's such a KN moment here. And yeah, now, as you said, it's looking really nice for the side of Pepis. They've got this forward hold, they've got Uber advantage, and they kind of know how SKEDDA want to try to get out here, and it feels like they know how to counter it. However, they have managed to get out through here, but Af falls early here. Tiram in a rough situation, should be able to just about escape during this. They are going to have to reset on point here if you are the side of Pepis, but the aggression just doesn't stop. Junu somehow picks up Geordie. There's a soldier bombing in, trying to get some damage on this scout in main. They're cleaning things up here. Still haven't used the Uber, and you only lose KN.
Yeah, it was a bit of a limp attempt at a 4-man sack there. They didn't really get too much ground. It was really well held up on concrete by Pepis. The players just couldn't get in, and they're getting cleaned up. One frag onto KN is going to be a slow spawner, so perhaps there's a chance to push the issue a little bit before the soldier gets into position, but there's so much time off this clock. There's been a minute we've been sat at this last point, waiting for the Supercharge to get built up, waiting for the players to spawn in. So now SKEDDA got to show us what they're made of as they try and walk in.
Yeah, now SKEDDA had to try to take all this point without Matt getting forced, and they've been so good at just constantly pressuring on the side of Pepis Pizza Party. Now Menex is up on the point, so it's going to be a trade coming out. Actually, it's the aggression coming from Pepis straight away here. They have to be a little bit careful as they back out here, but maybe just wanted to reset those Ubers so the fight is a little more difficult for SKEDDA here. Health not amazing on either side so far, and Varnu will fall here. So unless they really mess up here, they should be winning this fight. I think nail on the coffin might be Tiram, but the fight never stops here. They're onto Mac. They get Mac huge from KN. It's going to reset things. Eon is all the way back at spawn. So going to keep an Uber advantage. Do lose point for now, but because Mac died here, they're delaying that capture of the point because otherwise his spawn would be even longer. And that, you know, gives an extra 20 seconds or so, which is actually a big deal if this comes down to the wire.
Yeah, absolutely, and of course, the Eon not going down. This is a sizable advantage with the Medic going down in the post fight. 40% advantage for Pepis Pizza Party, and over a minute advantage on the clock too. Looking very, very nice for them. They're just clearing the space up. making sure there's no rats, no hiders, no sticky traps that are going to potentially cause an issue as they can already start edging out the point. Look at the cap time. Junior's going to get this completely for free. Vanu actually gets caught in the meantime though, but this is potentially going to get scrappy now. There's so many low players over on the red side, and this Ubercharge is almost ready to get popped off on the blue side.
Yeah, and they want to go in aggressive here. The players not really in position here. They've all kind of managed to scurry away back into their lobby, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a single kill. Eon is also not in a great position here. They need to be careful as these soldiers can start to bomb. It's a demo man. Base God in, doesn't commit. Can the airshot be hit? No, he is going to survive for now. But yeah, this is now looking good for SKEDDA. They have the positioning, they have the health, but they're not getting on point. They want to take it slow. They know they have that Uber coming up on Mac here, but an early pick onto Geordie does not make things easier. Bombs are coming in as well from the demo man, but they are swatted away pretty well. Soldiers in on behind, onto Mac, forces the Uber. Good play from KN here, but they have to run back on the side of Pepis. So there's not going to be any insta-refight, but only losing one. Eon only up to
There's 16
60%.
seconds. There's 16 seconds. That push took so long. Yes, it was advantage for SKEDDA, but eventually they get forced. And it takes, what, like 30 seconds plus to capture the point there? That's such valuable seconds, and it might come back to bite them at the end of this round. There's 2 whole minutes that SKEDDA have to hang on, and they first have to start off by trying to get this Ubercharge away from Eon. SKEDDA going to go in, Warp's going to go in as well in towards lobby. 2 scouts falling for 2 soldiers. This makes it a bit awkward now for Pepis Pizza Party if they want to try and go in any further. And actually, Tiram going down means it might just call off the push until these spawners are in, and this Ubercharge advantage might be dwindling. Mac already at 70%.
Yeah, Yak wants to keep the aggression going. Is going to try to get some cap time here, but should be contested pretty heavily. So don't know if he's going to get more than about 20%. And Mac already on 95 should be contesting before they get the point. No, they actually don't. This could be a huge mistake, actually. We'll have to see how this plays out. Mac still hasn't used the Uber. We're going to get a little bit of edge cap time. Junior did go down during this, so that's 1 scout down. Not ideal. KM was in behind, but cleaned up by Geordie here. But so much time. It's going to go into overtime here. Surely the trade comes out from both teams. The aggression looking a little bit better for the side of SKEDDA, but we'll have to see how this plays out in the post-fight here.
It's so hard. Even if the point does flip into the red, it's so hard to hang on to it for 1 minute and 20 seconds. Like, Pepis, they can just keep throwing players at this point. Their respawners are so much faster. Any trade is valuable for them. Yes, exactly. KM, Tiram. Doubling up, getting that kill into Af, and a scout going down is really rough now for SKEDDA. 5v6, that spawner is so long for Af. Another 7 seconds before he's even out of the respawn queue, as the pressure now can come in on from these soldiers, on from these scouts. So much cap time coming through already. SKEDDA, they cannot allow this point to flip over into the blue. KN gonna bomb in behind as well. This could be the end of days. Look, that's a millimetre away from getting capped.
Yeah, everyone is on 1 health as well on that side of SKEDDA, but they're still fighting things out. But surely they're gonna lose this one out, as Vanu, KN to Ram are just all coming together to clean up these kills, and they've got a second round on Pepis. The Chaos Merchants are showing why they picked this map.
Yeah, it just shows the value of getting this extra little bit of cap time out of that. We said before, perhaps that extra 20 or 30 seconds or so was going to come back to bite them at certain moments.
But we'll see what their game plan is going to be here on the side of SKEDDA as we are going into this 3rd and potentially final round of Bagel here.
Yeah, we're going to see what this preparation was, what it was they were talking about. Perhaps they've got anything new they want to change up, or maybe they just need a little bit of respite there. But SKEDDA, against the grain so far, 2 rounds down. We've got to put a full-on reverse sweep if they're to come back in this map, and it's got to start with a good mid-fight. Like you say, been losing out early on in these previous couple of rounds, and so far, again, it's a slow and steady one. Mac, the one first to take damage.
Yeah, Mac has been taking a lot of spam at the start of this mid. I think they're going to struggle to really stay on this if these soldiers can do enough damage on the point, but actually it's looking pretty good for the side of SKEDDA. Their Demo Man and Scouts staying pretty healthy so far, but this house space has been taken once again. This is what they've done every single round on the side of Pepis Pizza Party, and it looked like it was going to work once again, but they're playing pretty well. However, Base God dying once more. Mac drops once more. That's his 3rd drop of the game. Mac, you can't keep playing like this. He's playing on an edge here. Yak even asking, what are you doing in chat here? Now they need to try to protect Eon here. He's 100% advantage. Barely even a scratch on him.
Yeah, 4 players come in. It's the George Foreman attempt over from SKEDDA, but they don't quite manage to make it work. Literally, what was that, 20 damage that Eon sustained in that whole attempt? It was more of a jab than a full-on knockout punch, but yeah, Pepis Pizza Party, they're holding strong. They've got a forward hold, full 100% advantage. They've got the point. They've got everything. They are cruising towards a potential 3rd round.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen how dominant this forward hold has been. We do see a soldier just jumping through, trying to get things open. That's so good. Lucas gets in, gets the force. He would have actually killed Eon as well, so great heads-up play by him. and do lose Wart and Lucas kill binding in the air there, but taking that Uber out is bare minimum here, right? This is what you need to try to get into this round, but they can keep forward holding here. I think they can play Eon far enough back that it's really hard for SKEDDA to kind of get in. Even though they're going to have this full Uber advantage, it's still so difficult to get this medic. It's so difficult to get through. You either have to pop through and then probably not get someone, or just die.
Well, before, when SKEDDA were in a similar situation, it took them so long that they basically lost their advantage. And again, yeah, they're at hard, but it's only 50 hard. They've got to speed things up. They want to be getting this point ideally before there's a counter Uber ready from Eon, but Yak going down, that's a really, really important first pick. No more sticky traps, no more pipes coming over the point. It's going to make it so much easier to get this cap coming through, but unless Tyram, unless KN can get in and get some good damage over onto the combo, Mac base got both taking a lot of damage and the force comes out.
Yeah, that was a nice by the soldiers there of Pepis Pizza Party. Getting that force, pretty good. Do have to lose a lot of ground coming out here. A little bit of a different forward hold that we see from SKEDDA. We see their demo man holding that right-hand side and both soldiers on the left, just sending in so much spam. These players are taken down so low, and they're just staying so healthy. Mac beaming them up, it just makes things so difficult here. Oh, and look at this in main as well. Base God's doing damage. They're finding it so hard. And look, this is the forward hold that we're talking about. This is why it's just so obnoxiously hard to get through.
This is supposed to be ad for Pepis Pizza Party. They had 50 ad coming into this, but they're getting absolutely mauled in lobby. Menix getting 2. There was also pressure over onto Yak as well, and yeah, it's so hard. And now, as the time dwindles on, yes, there is still a late spawner on Menix, but the Uber charges have evened out, and this just gets a whole lot harder to push in from Pepis Pizza Party's perspective, because the Uber trade can come out at any moment from SKEDDA.
Yeah, do you just take a trade here? It's Tyram going down straight away. Things already getting worse from the first kill. See what they can do. They have a little bit of good damage, and they are taking space on this point. Getting actually a lot of cap time. They should be taking a trade here on SKEDDA. Now it looks exactly what they're going to do. Taking it in deep here. Eon uses slightly later, but it's still pretty good as Eon has to flash more. Mac only on that one pocket scout of AF here. They do concede a little bit of space here, and it's looking actually pretty good for the side of Pepis. They're getting a lot of space, a lot of damage, but they still can't capture up the point.
Both teams have got a lot of players down into the final dregs with their health bars, but it seems like the point eventually going to flip over into Pepis Pizza Party's favour. One scout denied, not ideal, but they get the point, which is what matters at the end of the day. Uber charges even as well because it was a trade, so it's going to be not potentially too easy to try and push in on this. There's one scout, I guess, is something you can push off potentially, but so far it's going to be more of a slow burn, so you can edge the cap out and wait for these Ubers to get into play.
Yeah, this allows SKEDDA a lot of space in the houses, and they are abusing that. Warp took a lot of space on the point, got a lot of damage. They got so much cap time from that, but Geordie, once again, the first player to go down. Ram does trade for him, luckily here, but it's looking pretty good for Pepis. They are keeping this position, they're chasing down these players, but they can't quite find it. It's KN actually is the next casualty here, so they might need to slow down a little bit on Pepis, but no, that's not their game plan. They're going straight for a trade, trying to find any kills they can, and there's so many on the plate, but they are not served to them this time as the trade has ended. They're running back to point, and they are giving it up. As actually there's a bomb in from Yak, he's going in deep, instantly deleted by AF here. Junu also not able to get anything, and now they're in a rough situation. Times on point should even up from this.
Yeah, and maybe go even further as well. We're still waiting for a couple more spawners coming from Pepis Pizza Party, and SKEDDA, what a turnaround it has been. Remember, this round started with the drop from Mark and the big forward hold coming in, but SKEDDA, they've really turned it up a notch since then, and as you said, point equalizing out in terms of time, but the pressure is already in. Cap time already coming through from Pepis Pizza Party. The scouts up there trying to get onto it, but not getting too much value out of it so far.
Yeah, not really able to do too much in houses to kind of help deny here, but doing a terrible job. They are trading the on point, actually. Trading, sorry, just kind of fighting on point here. It does switch over to Pepis Pizza Party, but this is only just the start of this fight. Mac actually has an Uber advantage. Eon needs to be a bit careful, but they're not going for Eon. They go straight for Yak. This might 95. Be a bit of a mistake. It's so close. 99. No. Do they go back in? Yes, that's exactly what they do. They're going to send a soldier bomb in. Big damage coming in, but they're split on who they go for. Mac is on a minuscule amount of HP, will go down here, but soldier bomb's coming in from Warp, gets 2 straight onto KN, and now it's looking a bit scary. Eon is managing to get out though. Really good heads-up play from him. Even switches kind of with
20
Vanu.
seconds though. They've got to get back in. There's so little time for Pepis Pizza Party. The point only flipped over for a moment there. They could really refight this. It's looking so good. Yes, the Uber charges are even, but it's so little time over on the blue cap. what a hold that was from Eon. I really thought it was in dire trouble there when the Uber came in, but eventually Pepis Pizza Party got themselves back and got the kill into Mac and got themselves into this round. And look at the time, it's so close. It all comes down to potentially this final fight.
Yeah, because Eon got split. There's no Uber advantage, but there's an Uber advantage now because Eon goes down to Af and Geordie. It was a lovely bomb from them. They know they've got a little bit of time to play with on the side of SKEDDA here as well. Even if they get this cap, there's no hills. You can just slow it down, get healed up. It's not even going to go to overtime if they play this well.
Yeah, it's so hard when there's no buffs. You can see the health dwindling. Yak going in, trying to do the hero play. Is taken down.
Good damage goes down. That's so huge. Will they be able to clean up any more? They are on the point here, but it's overtime, and they have heals coming up on Eon and Taram, and Taram has been an absolute hero here. If he can get an early kill, but there's a scout in behind. He's unspotted. He's getting onto Eon. It's a bomb in from Warped as well to follow things up here. He's getting the spawn.
Someone's going to get on point.
It's 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Yak jumps here. Everyone is 1 HP. It's so close here. Soldiers come in. They're getting the point here. There's only a couple of spawners in. They're not in time. And it's a 3-0 from Pepis Pizza Party. The underdogs, their Chaos Merchants, take this first map.
The crowd seemed to absolutely love that. What a play that was. Heart in mouth moment. We saw Yak bomb in, puts the team on his back just to get those final little millimeters of cap time. It was so close to going, but Yak just lands there in time, and then the supporting cast is all able to land in, cap up that point, and 3-0. Who thought that was going to happen coming in?
I've got goosebumps. That was insane. How close was that? At the end, I couldn't tell where it was going, and that's such a Bagel thing, isn't it? Bagel is so back and forth. They definitely improved there on SKEDDA, though. On that last round, they started getting better to take it to that overtime. It was not close on the other 2 rounds. That third round was so close now.
Right, so obviously first map, not gone the way we expected at all. Do you think SKEDDA, of course, we're going to a map that they've shown they can play very well yesterday. Do you think this momentum from Pepis is going to carry on, or do you think SKEDDA are coming back?
I think Pepis might have it. I think the momentum is something that's not talked about enough here, but we'll see if my prediction is correct as we are going on to this first round of Granary. SKEDDA in red, Pepis Pizza Party in blue. Take us away, Ben.
I'll get here in the first mid-fight. Spam already being exchanged between Lucas and Yak over, both of them taking a fair bit of damage, but both going to be getting arrowed up, and will be fighting fit for the rest of this mid. And as usual, Granary mid, it's all eyes over towards the soldiers, see who's going to be the first one to make the move, see who's going to be the first one to do the damage. And Mac actually taking a very weak Tiram, though, picking up where he left off on that previous map, doing big damage, and also living as well. I don't know how that eventually gets taken down, but big bomb in. Meds traded from either side, so it's all about this post-fight, and this high ground currently just being taken over by SKEDDA.
Yeah, Geordie came in and got a bit of an ICBM there onto Eon. He had absolutely no chance, just directed straight to the face, went down. SKEDDA clean up the rest of that mid there. Well, it was looking quite good, to be fair, for Pepis, but I think their scouts maybe just lost a bit of positioning, and unfortunately Eon does dive for it. Already taking some space onto second, and we know Base God likes being aggressive here, likes taking those ego fights every now and again, but he needs to be careful because he doesn't have heals here.
Yeah, you've got to be pretty careful, but they've taken Yard as well, which is another big win, right? It's at 7 CP, they basically got 2 points for free, taking it mid so convincingly. But with Uber charges roughly even, well, I say that, they would have been even had both of them come up with the stock Medigun, but Mac has the crits up and ready, and they're walking in through the lunchbox area. This could be an unwelcome surprise for the defending Pepis Pizza Party team. It looks at the moment like the soldiers are going to be the ones taking these big crit rockets. Are the Crockett's going to do anything here? Warp bombs in, gets nuked, the massive power comes in from Geordie. It's 2, maybe the third, nearly doesn't quite make it work. Af comes in, cleans up 1 onto the Doman as well. Yak, so weak as well. The pistol is out the winger, eventually gets the kill. 2 players left up, and there's Eon on 90% Uber all the way back. Is Eon going to get forced? Are they able to get this? There's even building over on Vanu. The Uber charge comes out, and Vanu is able to hang on alongside the medic of Eon and Pepis Pizza Party. They hang on to fight, and there is even a push up into lobby, and there's 3 down. There's even a chance to push forward, perhaps.
I don't think they should do it here, though. I think that would be a little bit of a mistake there. So goated by Af to keep building there, but that might not matter as they are already pre-pushing in here. No one is really ready for it. Warped is the first to go down, so that's a silver lining at least here. Oh, nice rockets from Taram there. Take down Menix. Surely they're going to try to push here. They already have a soldier up top. Mac taken down to 50 HP. Lucas is 1 as well, taken down by Juno. Luckily, Mac will get out here, is met up by Af during all this, but this is the momentum that they like to take here on Pepis. They are going to be trying to take a little bit of space here, but they know they have the spawners coming up. They know they have the high ground, but spotted out now by the scout coming forward that they're so far back. You'd think maybe they want to try to go for something here, but it's a little bit scary as Mac does have
it's
the crits.
Still crits though, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're waiting for the Uber, right?
Lucas is waiting and is potentially going to be looking to peek in with some big crit stickies. The crits is used, it's all on the first sticky. Will it land? Oh, it doesn't seem to get anything as the overcharge used out in the blue side. Eon, Junu, Yak all going to walk forward and Mac down to 8 HP over on this far side. Oh, in such bad trouble. Surely he's not going to live for too much longer. Taken down, finally 3 players falling. Eon safe for now, but perhaps there's a chance for a reclaps. There actually is. Eon taken down in the very, very last moment there. Really important kill. And a back cap.
Lucas backcapping is everything trapped out.
Gets the
He's
kill.
taken 2 as well. This could be it. There's no one else who can come in. Oh, he gets another one onto Yak. He doesn't even go for last. He knows that spawner's coming up that he killed early. He is such a smart player here. BaseGod might have just carried this round here as the rest of his team are now coming up. They're taking down Junu as well, and surely the Chariot is not going to stop here as they're already getting players in onto last. Going to be spamming that sentry gun and down here. It's a little bit of a contest, but 2 overextended on the side of Taram. They're all 5 on point, and it is an easy first round from SKEDDA there. Wow, what an amazing play. They all kind of walked past BaseGod thinking he wasn't going to do too much, but he took down Junu, then he took down a soldier, then he took down Yak as well. What a huge play.
This is what I get for my comments on Lucas' last map. Right? On Bagel, completely absent, but here, this is absolutely massive. This is almost single-handedly taking the round like by the scruff of the neck and just think, you know what, straight away, Mount number 2 Granary, our upper bracket life is on the line. We've got to get back into this. What a play from Lucas.
Yeah, one of the only demo men. You would be like, oh, okay, yeah, Lucas does that every now and again, and it's so good to see him back on form on this map, taking SKEDDA to a good first map. Pepis needs to chill here. I think they have this in the bag, right? If they keep this going, they can be okay. They can get around here, but soldiers are flying in here, there, and everywhere. Lots of aggression taken by Pepis. Mac taken down scarily low. It's going to be able to get out here. They might be able to take a refight, and slowly but surely on the side of SKEDDA, as they do have the player advantage. 2 players going down for Pepis here. They do have to concede mid, yeah. Yeah,
it's going to be potentially getting chased down as well. There is some aggression coming through over onto these players, trying to leave out yards, and it's how far can they get forward. The bomb's coming in already from Warped and George. You've got Lucas following up as well, and Yak, oh, might be getting caught in no man's land, actually. A very, very late death from the Demo Man. Second point might be falling as well here.
Yeah, this is so hard to hold without the Demo Man. They're already rotating up to Lunchbox while BaseGod is going to be giving huge spam over the top here. We'll see how they play it. They played it really nicely last time. It's Uber this time, so we're not going to see any funny crit shenanigans, but it's straight onto Geordie. He's been loving taking the trades on this map here. I don't know if the trade is actually particularly good. The position, not amazing at the end, but those 2 kills up top actually are really good. Going to take down Yak as well. So this has gone from bad to worse on the side of Pepis. There are only 2 scouts up, and 1 is all the way behind in Lunchbox. Surely not going to be able to get anything. You can just ignore him. He's just such a non-factor here as they're rolling it onto last. Stickies on point. Medic taken down, and they just can't do anything on Pepis. And it's such a quick 2 rounds.
It just shows the value of those explosive classes when holding second. We saw Yak go down originally, and then it forced Uber trade up. By the time Yak spawned back in again, it's too late, and Yak just gets caught out once more. And yeah, scouts are going behind, never going to work against that sort of aggression. SKEDDA, we said they needed to bounce back. They got rolled pretty heavily on the first couple of rounds before. This is a completely new look SKEDDA team.
Yeah, they're looking so good. Geordie and Warped are just doing work on second there. They are doing so much damage on top. I love that trade they do with Geordie, just taking a load of damage, getting a load of positioning, and then Warp just following up. But we'll see if Pepis has a different mid. They've lost the last 2, and we'll see what they do this time, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like Lucas has got good control over towards the enemy pack, so yeah, going to have to slow down a little bit on this procession in, not able to get the usual pack, and KN has been dealt with instantly. Eon's so weak as well, and this one's not looking at too great in terms of positioning. Eon actually taken down by the bomb, like you say, from Geordie, and we said they need to change things up. This isn't looking like too much of a change. Unless Junu's able to go big. Junu!
152! I would be so mad. Oh my god, that's so unfortunate. 152 on Mac, but he's just got that 6 health per second by healing a damaged player. That's so close. It's so unfortunate for Junu. He nearly just clutched up there. He's not going to be happy about that one.
No, absolutely not. And this game is spiraling so fast. There is only 7 minutes played, and we are potentially staring at a 3-0 lead already. The Ubercharge already in. Lucas already bombing massive damage towards his right hand. Shuts the heavy. So weak. Taken down. Spawns locks out as well. Cap time can start coming through soon. 3 players down. Yes, there's weak players on SKEDDA, but there's warm bodies to jump onto that point. SKEDDA going to take the lead 3-0. Where was this team on Bagel?
I don't know, but they are running away with this one. Pepis, do they take a pause here? Do they need to take a bit of a reset? Because it's all going so wrong. What a bomb from Jordy onto mid there. And what a travesty here. They're just moving so fast on the side of SKEDDA, right? Like, they are taking every single point, every single advantage right to the limit. They are not giving them an inch on the side of Pepis. And if they keep going this way, we're going to see a 5-0 in like 15 minutes.
This is a speed run. 8 minutes gone and already 3 rounds. This is unheard of for Granary. And again, SKEDDA looking good. They're going to be taking another mid fight and already very yeah, this is a little bit awkward, isn't it? Can't even get out into the mid whatsoever. Very aggressive play from SKEDDA through this right hand side. Already going to lose a player though, but they've got the heavy walking out from up top. It's going to be Vanu taken down to 90 HP. Maybe gets out towards the pack, and actually this was genius because nobody was expecting it. The heavy going massive. The minigun does not quite do enough damage over to Warped, but this has turned the mid completely on its head.
As long as Ian can dodge these pipes and rockets, they should be okay. Yak and KN clean up, no problem at all. I love the Putis. I love that it works. I love that he got a Mac with that. We love to see these things at Pepis. They are playing their own game right now. There is a player in drop down. It is Jordy. There's already stickies. They know Jordy's game.
Oh, it's such a rough sight. You know, you can feel the look on his face when he looks down at the hole and sees the stickies on the ground and thinks, you know what, this isn't my day. There is a crit screen getting built up on the defensive, potential for some laser beam action. But Jordy, that's a super, super late death on the way out from Lunchbox. A soldier down, one less player to block blast. This could be decisive as now Yak able to bomb in, take down the gun straight away. He's getting blasted quite a way away there, so won't be quick onto that right-hand spawn shutter to try and deny this re-aggression from the SKEDDA side. There is a heavy up, potential for laser beams in about 5 more seconds. Is the heavy going to be dealt with? Is the cap time going to come through? Heavy goes down. Players falling left and right for both these teams, but SKEDDA looking like they're coming worse off. One last spawner from Jordy. Going to jump in towards the point. Will Pepis Pizza Party get themselves on the board?
I was a little worried at the start of that fight. They hadn't done enough. They looked like they were really grouping up on that left-hand side for the side of SKEDDA, but they actually came in really, really well. Kind of got a bit more healthy, sent those soldier bombs in, cleaned up the heavy, and then won that round for the side of Pepis here. And that is exactly what they need to do to keep them in this fight. I wanted to see them do it again, but Junu is going to be on the scout this time, so no funny business. I guess it is one of those plays that only works once.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure for now, SKEDDA will be trying the spy checks every single time to make sure that there's nothing of the sort afoot ever again. But again, Lucas taking a bit more of an aggressive mid this time, taking the height up towards top left, trying to trap out everyone from this garage. Has taken so much space so far, going to make it a bit more claustrophobic. There are bombs coming in over from the Speed Party soldiers, but it's all about these players. Can they keep Eon alive? Can they keep the rest of their team alive? Eon down to so little HP. And again, the heavy maybe was the turning point they needed, because this mid has been convincing for SKEDDA.
They just put so much pressure constantly on Eon. He just has no chance in this mid, he feels like. Feels like he's constantly spammed by something and then just taken down by a soldier bomb, or in that point, it was just like a roller from Lucas there. They are just sending so much aggression, and Mac is sitting pretty okay. The bomb's just not really getting what they want on the side of Pepis here. So not great, not convincing, and Taram might even go down in upper air. That's a miracle that he doesn't.
Yeah, so low as well. Going to have to jump back and maybe be slow into the fight, but there's still healing up to be done over from SKEDDA. They've got plenty of time to work with. There's only 30% Uber charge over for Eon, but the longer they wait, the longer this gun has to get built up. As the sniper, we've seen those be very effective earlier on, so they're not going to work out this time, as Lucas able to walk all the way in from the far left. Going to try and lock out this left-hand side spawn. Soldiers bombing up top as well. Try and defend, and actually seeming to hang on reasonably well. SKEDDA losing one of their soldiers already, and they're hanging on completely. No space taken whatsoever by this Uber charge. They're getting crunched on the way out.
That's so lucky if Lucas managed to get out. If he died, I think they take the push there on Pepis, but Lucas just about lives there. The brat-a-tat-tat of the minigun was not enough to take him down, but now they're chilling a little bit, right? Pepis, they have Uber. They should be able to get a gun. This is when you get a bit of a hold on this map here, and it can be difficult to push here. That heavy, that gun, just make it nigh on impossible sometimes, but I think we see more creativity on this map than we have on a lot of others, right? There are a lot more points that you can try to sack on. You can go upper, or you can go from either shutter here, so yeah, should be okay here. Giving us a nice little grin there is Base God with his unusual. But yeah, we'll see what they want to do here on the side of SKEDDA, trying to push into last, get this Uber out of the hands of Eon.
Yeah, with no one dying, it's unclear if there's any opportunity for off classes or like loadout switches. Of course, like you said, there's plenty of things. There's banners. There's all the possible secondaries for soldiers. We've seen parachute bombs from even the demo men. There's snipers and spies. Also, things that we've seen so far. And the sniper first going to ring out from Junu on the defensive side and going to be meaning this chance to walk in. Tiram taking liberties over towards lobby and not quite going to get too much value out of it, but it's one of these points where second point is really not that far away from last. If you're taking into lobby, you can potentially push out on these small advantages, and yeah, Tiram gets into the midst of the enemy team so easily. It's worth a go. Lucas just disrespecting the stickies though. Oh my me! Lucas, you monster!
You can't be letting that happen. Eon, he needs to just either be playing by that sentry all the way in or all the way in spawn. That's such a predictable position for him to be in here. They tried to send in some counter-aggression with Tiram. That's basically all they can do here. Otherwise, this is pretty much over. Vanu is somehow getting the force out with those crits, so maybe it's not over yet.
It might not be actually the crits and the Eureka effect to teleport back to spawn as well. The tech is unreal. But Lucas, just disrespect. There's stickies, there's 8 stickies on that shutter. Let it be known. Those stickies could have been, no one was watching it. Bombs all the way in. What a play that was from Lucas. But like you say, it all comes to basically naught because the force comes in regardless. The heads up play from the engineer to get in and get on to the medic. So now SKEDDA, they're going to have to do it all again. And think about how rough Lucas must feel. You pull off a play like that, and the team just crumbles. Yeah,
it's super unlucky here. Things are going to be evening up once again, but maybe they know kind of what they need to do here. I do like that they're keeping the heavy. I think this is actually like the best defense on this map. Even if they kind of pull out a sniper, you don't necessarily need to do it because he has such a lack of angles if you play super close to the wall. So keeping the heavy while you have your gun built up is like bare minimum. But keeping him up in general might just be the play.
Lucas again.
Look at this, just so denied. Both players just up in the skybox, and that's not because he has a parachute on. That is just the knockback. 3 players down for this as well. Surely they just try to take the second point. But yeah, look, it might be a trade with Geordie onto point here.
Yeah, potential to trade these Uberchargers out, and the spawners are only 3 seconds away, but the multi's coming in. KN doing massive damage is going to get them the second point. Spawners come in from the red side, and it's all about Eon. Can Eon hold onto this Ubercharge? It seems like so far it's all going to plan on this push out from Pepis Pizza Party. They've taken the second point, still got plenty of advantage in the bag as they start walking through into yard, potentially into mid, and potentially looking even further forward because spawners are getting denied, and they've got ground to take.
Yeah, they need to take this high ground thick and fast, though. Need to be a bit careful getting in that no one gets picked out, but they're looking pretty good so far. There is a player in behind. It's going to meet a scout, though, in that background. Warp actually is now on that back cut. We've seen it work before, but they are stacking this point. Do they decide to fight here on SKEDDA? Do they send these bombs in? And they absolutely do. Onto Eon, force the Ub out. It's chaos. What's still in behind, getting the back cap here as well. And no one's on point. He drops Junior as well. Eon, what are you doing?
Oh, that's ridiculous. Warp, so close. There was 5 HP on the soldier who goes back there. It's so close for working out, but now they have to run all the way forward and cap this out regardless. Tiram going to walk in and get absolutely nothing. SKEDDA looking so good. There's just one engineer. Vanu knows what's up. The level 1 gun, it's going to do absolutely nothing. The hold so late to the party. Mac uses the Ubercharge. Junu got the world against him, and the spawners just about going to be here, but Yak's going to have so much on his plate, and it's too much for him to feast. The pizza, too much. SKEDDA, 4 rounds up. They're 1 round away from ending this early.
Yeah, I mean, just
this is outrageous.
Yes, it's disgusting, right?
How
just gets blasted in the happy little demo man face. That just went so wrong. Warp just gets in behind. It gets a bit tricky with those bombs in with that force, and Eon drops 2, maybe even 3 players there. It's just such a crucial mistake, and SKEDDA absolutely leap on it, and they are only 1 round away from taking this map in a very dominant fashion.
Yeah, and these mids of where SKEDDA have really looked good. Vanu again on the heavy though. So this is the one mid that they won over at Pepis Pizza Party, was with the heavy. But again, this time they're getting nuked up top in garage. There's nothing on it. Eon getting blasted around and taken down by George. The heavy drops down, going to have a few targets to choose from, but not much health and no medic to arrow back up. So yeah, it's going to be not looking too ideal for Pepis Pizza Party in the chances of a comeback. 4-1 down, already lost the mid. Kane's going to be ratting a little bit, maybe looking for some sneaky play on the players coming in, but it's insta-check. That's, yeah.
Af knows what's up, right? He's not a silly man. He's been around. And now this is just looking perfect for SKEDDA here. In these sort of situations, we've seen them fail so little here, and they are just pulling out gimmicks at this point, right on the side of Pepis Pizza Party, and it's just not been working out for them.
Yeah, both soldiers, they're going for sort of hidey, like ratty plays, and yeah, neither of them working out. And now 2 soldiers down, there's so much free space can be taken into the blast, and we've seen what they can do without the 2 soldier picks. This time with them, see Lucas already bombing in, already in onto Ian, onto this right shush. There is potential to get onto this point already, but actually, Pepis Pizza Party with these late spawners are coming out, and they are getting the frags. They are hanging on. This game is not over yet. Pepis Pizza Party hang on tooth and nail. Lucas still fighting though. The entire team dropping down, still taking fights in lobby and winning them out as well. Traded that 1-for-1. There is going to be pressure forward though from Tiram as Pepis Pizza Party. They secure second, they secure yard, and they want to walk even further.
Yeah, they need to, right? They are kind of on the clock now. They have what? About 3 minutes per time. Oh, and that's such a big bomb by Jordy. So much damage. Warps comes in, gets Junior as well, so that's no scouts on the field as Varnu was only just spawned up here. And do you push here? Do you not? Max already on 80% here. Oh, this is such a yak push if they decide to push. He's the only player who would do this. KN coming in, but it doesn't matter. Menex is just cleaning up.
Yeah, they lost so many players there in Garage. 3 down now, and this Uber advantage, this was like 40 or 50 yard. This was definitely workable, but it was just very, very sloppy taking that play out into yard, and well played from SKEDDA there. The poke and the prob was just about enough to pick off these loose players. Now with no demo and a soldier down, trying to hang on to second with even Ubers is going to be fairly difficult. There are potential to try and get in, try and force this Uber charge out of Mac, but with Lucas there on the form that he's on, it's not going to be an easy task.
Yeah, this is what they like doing here inside SKEDDA. They will just send Base God in deep. They will let him get a load of spam. And honestly, more times than not, he managed to get a force here because he is just so consistent with those stickies and pipes. And if you have some spam from upper, it makes it all so much more difficult. Yeah, they are going to continue doing that for now. It looks like they're trying to get some buffs on those players on the flank. Actually, no. Complete opposite. They're going to be sending out to Lunchbox shortly now. Yeah,
it looks like that. So they're going with the rotation. All the soldiers grouping up in Lunchbox. They want to have their hunger insatiated. Now as the bomb comes in, the Tiram going to bomb in and actually go 1-for-1 with what KN's so weak as well. Everyone having to fall back here on Pepis Pizza Party. It's potentially looking a little bit awkward, but Base God taken so weak by Shush. This is going to slow things down, and a little attempt into Lunchbox there. It looked like it could heat up for a moment, but not going to be.
There's just no reason if you're the side of SKEDDA to really be taking these fights. They're 3 rounds at advantage here. Like, you don't, if you say, okay, this fight might win, it might not. If it's like a 50% win, why would you take it here? Oh, we are going to be seeing some funny business. This is Tiram coming out on the spy here. They do need to be going for some sort of plays, right? They need to be going for something.
Yeah, giving up a soldier though on Granary second makes it so much harder, right? Like, there's so many tight corridors, soldiers are so strong, so this better be good from Tiram, otherwise they could be in big trouble.
Scenario.
Yeah, there's not many places to decloak. Oh, never mind. That was not the most good spy play I've ever seen there. As the play now can come in from SKEDDA, and they know there's a soldier down. Like I say, one less doorway getting spammed, so plenty of space to be taken. And in through Lunchbox, you already see Jordy taking space. There's buffs all around for SKEDDA. They want to walk in.
Yeah,
they want to take the space. Now on
Pepis. There's no way. KN, the lone survivor up top there, has to back out. It just basically means you can't hold it at that point. There's just going to be so much spam coming down onto you. They start getting players into main as well as eyes have started looking in different directions. Warp Tower goes down fast, but it's an insta-sack onto Eon. Eon drops again. Eon, why do you not use, man? You've got 2 players running you, 2 of the best DM players in this tournament, and you just drop?
Especially after what we've just seen Base God do earlier on in this game, right? Like, you cannot be allowing that to happen. The push comes in now, Ubercharge forced out by Mac, but now still 2 players down. Second point still being captured up, and Yak getting caught out up in Lunchbox. Junior maybe not long for this world either, going to try and go for the hero play into the combo. 3 picks now for the way of SKEDDA. They might be looking to end this here and now. There's 2 late spawners on this defensive, including the demo man. The push is already on its way in.
Yeah, it's walked in as well here. Straight onto last. Good damage onto this soldier, but he's actually traded out here. But the cat time comes out. Everyone's being pushed so far away here, making it so difficult. Eon pretty much a lone survivor. There is a Yak, but he's in spawn, basically. Oh, he's just about out. It is going to go the way of SKEDDA there. They win it out 5-1, and that was a different SKEDDA team altogether in that map.
Yeah, different SKEDDA team completely. What a performance from them. It was a really good turnaround. Like I say, map 1, the mental could have been absolutely shattered from that, but to see them bounce back in such phenomenal way. It was 3 rounds in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
It was, what a bounce back.
Yeah, they just looked so good. Every mistake that would come out of Pepis Pizza Party was just found and exploited. Ben, we're now going into our final map of this series. It is going to be Gullywash. How are we feeling?
I am pumped. I am like absolutely hyped Obviously, map 1, bit of a roll one way. Map number 2, it felt like, I don't know, SKEDDA, they went outside, they had an energy drink, they had a blue bonk or a red bonk of their choice, and they were back absolutely flying, fighting fit, and we saw this. That's the SKEDDA that I expected to see personally in that map number 1, but they really came through and shone, and I'm really interested to see which version of SKEDDA is going to show up here on Gullywash. You can't go into the realm of things where you've cooked it up and you've tried to go for something too silly, but we can stop the tournament and we can start the tournament, because I believe the game is it going live? Are we...
It does look like that string, and we'd say
we are, yes.
We are onto our first mid here of the final map. It is going to be SKEDDA in red, Pepis in blue. Take us away, Ben.
Yeah, first mid, all eyes on these demos, all eyes on this spam, as Lucas already getting a couple of nice sticky bombs over towards that elbow area, going to try and zone out these players as best as he can, but everyone getting out unscathed so far, except Vanu, who's taken down on the crossfire, and everyone else, that's it. They're on the way out. Eon, Yak, they don't want anything else to do with this mid.
Yeah, well, that was a quick one. That did not take long at all there. Getting that first kill was really, really good. They definitely had a play they wanted to do there, but unsuccessful on this first time. Silver lining, Eon lives, right? We kept seeing him dying on the mids of Granary here, so it's really nice to see him surviving. They are going to be able to set up at least some sort of defense, and this is what they need to do to stay in, but it's so hard. Even if they do manage to clutch up and get a couple of kills, get an Überfest out, of the side of SKEDDA, if you are Pepis, it's nigh on impossible to push out.
Yeah, so much respect shown though from Pepis. They're backing out of that mid so early. Like, yeah, they didn't have great space and it was one scout down, but you see perhaps some teams like stay in and overstay there. So good decision from Pepis. There are soldiers getting ready. There's already sticks to be cleared.
Soldier bomb coming in. It looks like they are going to be jumping straight into
the big damage!
But it's a force out of Eon here. No one was spotting that. No one was ready for it. That's really, really good. Only losing Warped as well there. Jakeowaty just gets out. He is chilling here. They're trying to send in some counter-aggression with Juno on the Pyro. However, he is handily dealt with. So that's going to be one player down for this push as the side of SKEDDA already in lobby.
Yeah, they're already ready for this repush. Massive, massive Ubercharge advantage for the red side. And we've seen how dangerous this can be over on Granary. We're going to try and make it work again on Gullywash. Bombing from the right-hand side from Lucas. The gun has actually been hidden down in secret. Going to take a little bit of time to go down. But this damage towards the spawn is absolutely massive. But Yak is actually the one to come out on top in the demo fight. But there's so few players left alive. And SKEDDA, they pick up where they left off. They get the first round.
What happens as we are going to the second mid? Our tech pause is over here, and it's now kind of on the side of Pepis to get another round and see if they can get themselves on the board as we are rolling out to the second mid, Ben.
Yeah, we'll see what they've got out of the recipe book for this second one. It seems like so far there's a soldier going very, very deep underneath from both these teams, taking over a spam war on the low ground, trying to battle for control of this drop-down area. And KN is going to win out the early fight onto Geordie, and now space can be taken across this point for the blue Pepis Pizza Party side, as now 3 players actually falling, with Menix dropping in the meantime. And now this is the start that we're looking for, right? Straight off the tech pause, they go around down, they're straight back in the game.
Yeah, it looks like it was Menix who may have crashed there, but a really, really good start there from the side of Pepis. They did a good job of kind of dealing with Warped under. Taram was the one to meet him, but he didn't take it too aggressive. He was chill, may I say. Taram being chill, that doesn't happen, but he was slow, he was methodical, and then the rest of the team just played really well because Geordie was trying to play off Warped, was just unable to, and then got picked out early here, and this has allowed Pepis to take Tekken for free, and now they're looking to do something in River.
Yeah, well, we saw before SKEDDA waited no time at all sending those double soldiers in. This time, seems like they're just taking the buffs over towards River. They've got a scout in through underneath as well. Going to be a soldier there with open arms waiting for that one. But actually doubling up. Maybe there is a chance for Tiram. No, never mind. Manu taken down. That's a push cancelled in that regard. Everyone going to try and scurry out. Tiram caught as well, so perhaps opportunity for a counter-sack here from the soldier in lobby?
Yeah, Geordie's looking for something. He has gained ice straight away. There's actually a scout in secret. Surely no one knows about this, right? This is such a good play from Juno. So here's the play. Let me cook.
Go for it.
They do an Uber. It's not a great Uber. It's a trade. They try to purposely lose 1 to 2 players. Not Eon. Anyone but Eon. And then they just let Juno go for the back cap because they're not going to leave anyone on last. It's such a bad play. All you have to worry about is that Engineer's going to go back to spawn and change off his class, and Juno might have to take that 1v1, but in Juno we trust, surely.
Yeah, Juno's DM is so strong, and it seems like now the pressure coming in from underneath. We've got Vanu going under, we've got a soldier joining him as well, as the pressure cook can commence once more with 6 players back in the game. Juno still biding time here, sat in secret. Pressure onto the point, there's 4 times on the cap. They don't even need Juno, they cap it regardless.
just walk to the point. It's sometimes that simple, right? You kind of don't think how fast they're going to be able to capture the point, especially when they get that pain train up, which is exactly what they did, and they capped out pretty much instantly, blasted that soldier back. There just wasn't enough players. I think Junu was there because they knew, oh, they're going to take that fight to point. Junu, and like they're going to be like 100 health, and Junu's just going to finish them off. Didn't even need him.
The Junu wasn't even involved at all, hadn't even gone out of secret by the time the point was capped up, and Pepis Pizza Party straight back in the game. 5 minutes played, 1 apiece already. SKEDDA already equalised out.
Yeah, they're going to be loving that on the side of Pepis. Waltz has done the same thing again.
Aggression.
Handedly dealt with. They have to leave.
It's a
SKEDDA,
nuke.
half health, is gone. It's over. However, they might be able to hold second here, so we at least see something a little bit different now.
Honestly, that was a really, really good escape from SKEDDA. I could see that going south. We were on Yak's POV, of course, on the stream there. We saw there was potential there to perhaps cut off the players in the retreat, but it was so fast from SKEDDA. They keep 5 alive, and they keep hold of this second point.
Now, this is a hard one to bust, right? Looks like they might go for something to choke. Often we see something happening from Big Door where you try to send players in behind, but I think eyes need to be on a soldier here at least. They are kind of rotating around, maybe looking for things. There's a soldier in through choke. He should be going for a bomb here. He is in. He's up high here, but this is going to be such a hard bomb. No chance, KN.
Yeah, 9 HP and a dream, and yeah, the dream not going to become reality there for KN. But again, like I say, it's a hard one to push in. It's also a hard point to push out of as well. So SKEDDA potentially thinking about getting in. Geordie going to do a lot of damage over towards Yak, who's blasted up into the sky, but actually somehow gets out alive on 30 HP. I'm not quite sure how that managed to happen, but K is going to be spawning up, and we're going to be back into our sort of regular scheduling of second stalemate.
Yeah, we'll see if they want to try to go for something similar there. I don't know if it's going to work a second time for KN. Didn't really work the first time. Looks like they want to change onto a sniper here. Vanu is rolling out onto it. Definitely can work here. There's a couple of angles you can look at. If someone goes aggressive and choke, there's kind of a choke angle. Looks like he might want to go for that. Or if this isn't going to work, he's probably going to look for someone overextending Big Door. He's not spotted yet. Can Vanu find it? Can he have the patience to not show this dot? He's spotted by that scout now, and like insta, he's into Big Door. He's like, I'm not getting something here. No one's going to peek me choke anymore. He finds Warp straight away. This is going to open things up. This demo man on Lucas needs to be careful. Can't play ego here, Lucas, because Vanu will take your head off. The whole of the combo has rotated, and look at this. They get some players in behind here, but Lucas sending in some damage. Junu went down during this. He tried to get him from behind, but found a set of stickies that were made for him.
Yeah, there's no scouts either, so there's potential to push in. Vanu does have a look over towards that choke, but now the bomb can come in. Geordie, there's no scouts to block this bomb. The bomb comes in, the force comes out from Eon. Really nice play there from Geordie, capitalising on the lack of hit scan available for the Pepis Pizza Party team. But in the meantime, Warp loses the fight, and Vanu's still hitting shots. Yeah,
and this is such a good angle for him, actually. They have to come through this choke, and he has such a nice angle on the rest of them. We'll see if he can find anything, as it looks like actually they're just going to slow things down here, because they know they've got a sniper. There's even a player in all the way behind here for the side of Pepis to Ram. He's on his journey, right? It's in his name here. Will he get the soldier? Unfortunately not able to. Menix comes in and cleans him up for now, but this is taking down a bit of time here for the side of Pepis that maybe they don't have.
Well, it may be, but it seems like this is part of the plan, at least with KN currently still building up a buff banner, I believe, during this whole time, so perhaps there's a world where they try and get this into use later on, but they're losing so much ground here on mid. A couple of missed shots there from Vanu, plenty of spam over towards the choke, and yeah, Eon has to back out, Yak has to back out as well, and midpoint flips over towards the red, and aggression already on. There's still a sniper up, which on the defensive side is maybe not as strong as it would be if you were attacking into a second point, so SKEDDA, the world their oyster now.
He's not currently on the angle, but you can sit all the way in the rocks in the back on second. If you are Vanu here, and you can't be shot, basically, right? You can maybe shoot a spam rocket, but it's doing 30 damage. However, Vanu going to play a little more aggressive, gives him a little more options to try to change the angle if you want to go choke, if you want to go Big Door. Looks like he's going to stick to Big Door for now. However, he is taking that high ground area. He's going to do exactly what I said. Savant.
Genius casting from you, Steven. As now that the push comes in, actually doesn't manage to land the shot, so not going to perhaps get the
can't believe
desired
they're still
effect.
Here.
They're staying. They still want to fight
ego
this.
To stay here. They're waiting for him to take the shot. He takes the 20 kills. Lucas, you know he's there. Just do something, choke. It's one less scout here. You were right on that buff banner though. I do like this actually.
It's still only 75% charge though. KN has not been landing too many spam rockets in this time, so perhaps we'll see it in a moment.
Well, this is the opportunity. If you are Vanu, you have to hit your shots here, though. Any kill is such a big kill here, and they are making a lot of space here. The players on SKEDDA are struggling. The HP is low, but they have been forced all the way in behind. Yak managing to get a force here. Oh, but Taram goes down as well. Now, it's such a weird situation here. I'm so lost on where they're going.
Yeah, they're sort of scrambling around here on the low ground. Pepis Pizza Party. They still have a sniper up, of course. They've got Kane on the buff banner, which still hasn't been built up. I think 5 minutes after it was put on, to be quite honest. There's still, of course, the Ubercharge advantage, though, to work with. And when they get their spawners in, perhaps Varno even thinks about going back and changing off over onto the Scout, because Pepis Pizza Party, they've got a big advantage to work with. But that's going to dwindle away. It's down to 40% already. So they're going to want to walk in and perhaps try and do it cleanly. But there's so many players far forward here from SKEDDA looking for this force.
Yeah, great positioning from SKEDDA, kind of splitting those players close and far away. And Taram actually falls. They can't even use the Uber Mac already on 80%. He's absolutely getting at this fight, and they know that on the side of Pepis Pizza Party. They have to back it out. And now it looks like they may want to take some aggression, as there's 2 players in behind in River. It's a big bomb from Warps, not able to get anything. It's now Menix in. If this is the man I would want in behind, and he's being such a nuisance here. He can stay behind for so long.
Well, there's...
KN.
Nice shot there as that's the walk comes in. Mac uses out the Ubercharge, and Eon is so far back. Ubercharge finally forced out from the blue medic in this trade, and actually players falling left and right for SKEDDA. Lucas going to be in trouble as well. 3 players falling. For Pepis Pizza Party's sake, this is looking really, really good as they can walk forward. KN finally built up the buff banner too, so they could even perhaps use that in the future, as they're going to maybe try and deny a couple of forward spawns. Menix is getting it, but Lucas is not. So demo down, they can still potentially go.
Oh, you know what? They want to use it in through this choke with this double soldier. This could be absolutely massive. They're not expecting this at all. It's double soldiers in, but not too much damage. There's a soldier in on choke on Eon. Does not manage the success. Jordy's the first one down, but Warped and Af coming in to take down 3 here. This is so good from Pepis, from SKEDDA here. Oh, and it's all alone.
I drew so much attention to this buff banner that had been getting built up. It was the story of the last 5 minutes. I went from Kane's perspective, it was like, I'm going to sit there, spam, try and build up this buff banner, and it gets less than nothing. They walk in and they lose everyone. Varno's going to try and rat in behind, get something. Does distract some eyeballs, but that's about all that Varno's going to manage to do here. Midpoint capped up for SKEDDA. Bit of an Uber advantage still, not going to be perhaps enough to push into second off of, but definitely a better situation than we saw SKEDDA in about a minute ago.
Yeah, they know there's a player in behind though, so they know there's one less player to worry about. Even to upload Eon managing to get his Uber out here, and now they are worrying about Varno behind, but he does go down here. Unfortunately, this is now your opportunity to try to go for something, right? You know that if you want to try to go behind, there's going to be one less scout. It's just going to be this soldier, and that's exactly what they want to do here on the side of SKEDDA. They want to take this big door area and get in behind.
Yeah, absolutely, and Warped made so much spacing behind, as has the scout of Menix. So the 2 of them going to try and be a nuisance up from River. They've got Lucas down in the lower part as well. Varno, you see Varno's clearing out absolutely everything here, trying to find these ratting players. Menix is spotted out by Varno. There's a soldier as well here in Co, but Jordy being taken down might make this a little bit more awkward for these players behind if they get crunched on.
Yeah, they want to chase them in now. Soldiers both going aggressive. So much in lobby here. Warp doing a good job of getting some initial damage, but it's just 1 scout left in. That's Menix down. That's 3 players down on the side of SKEDDA. They're absolutely going to push this here. They need to be careful of these stickies from Base God, though. He's trapping it out. He's slowing things down. This is exactly what he needs to do to let his spawners come up. They should be able to take a mid here on the side of SKEDDA. Actually, no, they want to take a trade here. Mac using straight away. Eon is forced out as well here, but oh, it's a bit awkward here as Mac is maybe caught in no man's land. Will he be joggled around? Will he manage to get out here? He does have the players with him.
Pin's
going down straight away. Yeah, Pinter is coming out here. Can they get onto Mac? Can they find the kill? They need to take down Base God first. It's an absolute crunch, but they're onto... He gets a pickaxe onto Eon.
Oh, 30 HP though. That was so close. If Eon could just get the melee off just a millisecond earlier, perhaps he would have lived and kept this Uber advantage for another fight. But with both medics going down, 4 players versus 2, there is potential to maybe think about walking into this. But Af doing a good job of holding ground, not taking too much damage so far. He's going to get bombed and taken out, but has bought so much time. There's going to be a heal advantage when Max spawns up. But second point might just be going in. Yes, Jordy is in behind, perhaps ready for some nuisance players.
Yeah, should have just been spotted there, so he is now, yeah, as you said, just going to be a nuisance, making time here, making sure they can't take any early advantage plays. And look, they love chasing him behind as well. 2 players chasing him for Jordy. Surely now they're just like, this is not worth it. We should not be chasing this player anymore. We need to be worrying about last, but it needs to be in the back of their head that this player is in behind. He could be an absolute X factor if they do decide to go for something aggressive.
Yeah, but it's a nice idea that chase Jordy's so far back that then you know that he's too far away to get in for like a few seconds, and then you turn tail head straight towards SKEDDA's last point, and then you go for a sack play, you go for a pressure play instantly, because you know they're essentially a soldier down. If you know that Jordy is so far away that you can't get back, and we see Jordy's all the way on the second. This is a long way away. This is going to take a long time to get back in to go for any sort of play. So if they know that Geordie has to be so far back, they can perhaps do that and turn their heads towards SKEDDA.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right play here. They are setting up in the lobby, just leaving one player in behind to try to do something. It is Vanu just having a look, having a peek, making sure they know where Geordie is going in. They kind of want to deal with him, though. They're constantly chasing behind. Geordie finally should go down here, right? 6 HP. Finally hits a shot. That is him down. Now that's a cue to try to go for something here. You know he's got that long respawn, and they need to try to go for something. It is Yak up on balcony, getting some initial spam onto the sentry gun, or the medic here is really, really good. But the seconds tick down. 5 seconds on Geordie's spawn already, and really they have not been able to do very much.
Yeah, they had someone so far back to get that kill. To even get into position took about half of this respawn time. The Pyro also doing a great job of reflecting this spam. Juno going to actually just walking straight onto Lucas, but the gun is able to deal with that one. And now going to not be looking at too great in terms of the pushing. Geordie actually going straight down on the respawn as soon as he gets into this fight. But now we're getting into sort of sending players water again, because this worked out before. Why won't it work again?
Yeah, I expect they might do that, actually. Junior is up on the sniper this time, so want to go for something different. They did send Vanu all the way back while they were waiting for that spawner. Maybe a miscommunication, but I don't think that was the right decision, really. However, they're not going to push out of this last. They're expecting a scout to come on. There is no reason for them to really go for anything crazy. Maybe Vanu's coming up on heavy. Let me cook. I don't know. Maybe not here. But Junior is definitely up on the sniper. Hit a couple of headshots before. Vanu will be staying on scout for this one. But yeah, going to have a lot of eyes on this sniper to see if he can do anything.
Yeah, Gullywash last, it's a real sort of feast or famine sort of last on sniper. The shots, you can get some clean shots where you can see the medic, but the shots are so hard. You can jump onto the ledge on river, you can peek through main, you get some like millimeter wide angles you can go for with like the pillars and things in the way, but like they're so hard to hit. So it's really, you can get some highlight plays or you can get absolutely nothing. So it's going to be all on Juno to prove their worth, prove it's worth having this sniper open. Lucas actually caught out instantly. That's a massive pick. The peek comes in! The drop comes in! It's a feast!
They've absolutely nuked there. That's so good. They did not know he was in. It was a distraction on point that worked out so marvelously. They did lose 3 players joining us, but as long as Eon stays safe, stays healthy, they should be okay. They need to be careful, though, because this Uber will build up fast when Matt gets back. And they are still waiting for their spawners to come in here. But this is such a golden opportunity for the side of Pepis here. As long as they get a good push coming into this, this should be 2-1.
Yeah, absolutely. They cannot afford to let this slip. You don't get many opportunities as good as this in such a tight game, in such a tight series. Yak getting buffed up, surely getting ready to take this Uber charge in once the spawners are ready. There's plenty of advantage with Matt going down. There's no worry about an Uber charge coming up later on into this fight as the push comes in. The Pyro on the gun is delaying for just a moment, but the pressure comes in. The gun taken down, pressure onto the point. Still Stiggies to get deleted off of that. As attention is turned over towards the left-hand shutter. The Pyro still doing good work, but they can't get out in time. And the point flips the way of Pepis Pizza Bars. They take the lead.
Yeah, really, really nice from them. Such a good shot from Jugunu to open things up. And a really smart play to send that player water as well and get some cap time to really take the eyes away. In what world do you send a player water onto point and have a sniper? That's psychopathic. That's something we would only see from Pepis Pizza Party. And I'm hoping they can keep that work going because there's still 12 minutes in this map. There's still plenty of time to even things up.
Yeah, let's not underestimate how hard of a shot that was for Juno to hit, but they've got to turn attention now to this next mid-fight because SKEDDA will have coming back fighting fit as 2 soldiers bombing so aggressive here onto Yak, but they've taken so much damage in trade for it. Geordie caught out behind an enemy elbow as well. There's such aggression over this right-hand side and so much damage dealt to Pepis Pizza Party, but the players are falling in the red colours as they have to back all the way out. Pepis Pizza Party take the mid and potentially are looking forward also. They're bombing in already onto second, and SKEDDA, they might just be back where they just were. They're off to last, and Pepis Pizza Party, they're taking the control of this game.
Yeah, the aggression doesn't stop. There's already a soldier.
The bomb!
First bomb, can he find
No
the
way!
rocket? Oh, it's so close by KN. That was such a sick speed shot all the way through River onto Mac. Unfortunately, not able to get that second rocket, but what a play that was. Woo! Got my heart racing.
Oh, the confidence to go for something like that, and it's so close to working. Gets that first rocket, but there's so many bodies in the way from the defending side on SKEDDA, but this is where they don't want to be. They're around down there, straight back to where they were just mere minutes ago on their own last point. And Pepis Pizza Bars, they've got all the time in the world. 11 minutes left to play, 4 minutes on the round reset timer. They don't have to rush this. They can go for slow off classes. They can change loader. They can go for a banner if they want. They're in no rush whatsoever here.
Oh, are they doing BM here? Are they waiting for the cap to go down by like as long as possible so the round resets longer?
That is brutal if that's what they're doing. I think they are as well. They're waiting.
Max saying cap in chat. Juno saying HUD broken. I don't believe it here.
No
Are
way.
they capping now?
This is brutal because there's 4 minutes left on this. There's potential for a 5-minute round timer there. That would leave 3 minutes left if there's a round reset. After
okay,
this.
they finally
cap
cap
it eventually.
Out.
They do have to cap
even a
it.
shot onto Vanu to really make things hurt there. The BM is unfortunately getting calmed a little bit. So, but we'll back up here on the side of SKEDDA. They know this is not really a worthwhile fight to take here, but yeah, that gave them what, an extra minute, right?
Yeah, a lot of time.
Things down.
A lot of time.
Absolutely can.
Yeah, if this does round reset, we're looking at what, just over 5 minutes left. It's definitely doable, but it's touch and go for SKEDDA if this does slow down. But Pepis Pizza Party, they may as well try and peek in. They may as well try and go for something, because Kayan's got a lot of space here on a launch pad, able to get some good spam over towards this medic. And actually, Mac, I think, eats a pipe over the top there and taking a lot of damage.
You've got to be really careful.
Vanu
The ground is so low. Yeah, they've had this rat in
pressure.
underneath constantly. Both soldiers taking down so low. He gets onto point. He forces the Uber. It's just a force from just running onto the point. They've been playing this so well on these last Pepis. They've seen such a weakness, and their weakness is getting onto the point here. These soldiers just aren't able to deal with the scouts in under.
Yet both times scouts come under, scouts come through secret. They'll come from absolutely any crack in the walls, and these scouts, Varnum and Junior, doing such great work into these last points. Both of themselves paying with their lives previously. They're going to have to spawn up. It's going to take quite a while, and there is going to potentially be a timer on this. Max still building up Uber very, very quickly, up to 50%. Scouts are now just about in position as the Uber charge is coming in. This could potentially seal the deal.
Yeah, Uber in through shutters. They should be able to deal with Sentry pretty quickly. If they do what they do last time, lock them out, it should be good here. Insta-cap time coming in, but they're dealt with. The players flooding out through spawn. It's only a soldier and a scout and a medic left here, and there's not much they can do. Eon left, all on his lonesome here. It's only 3 left on the point. They've got to chill for a second. Spawn is coming up in 5 seconds. Surely they don't push here if you are the side of SKEDDA.
They have to be so scared of the back cover as well. They saw the scout leaving through water, like through river. They don't know that scout could be going water. They're going to have to leave Swan behind. They're actually clearing it out now as well. So it's going to be a pushing a second now with the Uber
out alone. Is Mac going to get forced here? If they send an aggressive bomb in, surely Mac loses this here. Drops his scout. Mac hasn't used Uber. Surfs in. Has to use the Uber. Should at least get this soldier killer in. But that's all they're going to get here. Oh, and there's a spy.
Yak's on point. The cap time is so good. The soldiers are back. They're trying to fight this. Yak with the pistol almost manages to get it on the point. It's so close. Almost a gunboat's plug-in moment there on the point. The 2 soldiers back. It was so damn close. We've seen Yak do this online so many times. They never expect the Demoman spy, and it almost comes good on land.
That was so scary here. As all this has gone on, though, Eon was left alone during an obnoxious amount of that fight. Has barely been building the Uber, has allowed SKEDDA into second and now into mid. So what was seeming like a pretty decent play, right? They've got the Mac force. How have they managed now to get 2 points from it? And now if they keep rolling, might even get a third. Uber's pretty much even.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very slight advantage. But like I say, with a round up, do Pepis Pizza Party really want to push the issue? Do they want to aggress? And it doesn't seem like it. And it's a reasonable decision, right? It's so risky on these small advantages to start barreling into mid and start going for something too fast. But SKEDDA last time they were in a situation like this, they had good impact. They managed to get players in behind, but it was so well dealt with by Pepis Pizza Party. Once those players got into lobby, it was pretty toothless. But it seems like this time SKEDDA going to go for something similar, going to get their players up into lobby. But this time, can they have some more effect?
Yeah, they don't look as ready this time on the side of Pepis to deal with it. We are seeing a scout sent in, but he's alone. His soldier partner, who would usually be there, is not. So now it's a 2v1 with a scout in behind. It's going to be Menex and Warp trying to take something. Vanu doing a good job of escaping, but still he is so alone. These seconds, though, as they count down, are actually an advantage for Pepis. So maybe they don't mind so much finally. Is getting a bit of assistance, but maybe this is actually the smart play not to take too much aggression. However, Base God is in now through this big dot area, dishing out the damage.
Yeah, massive damage up towards that point. These sticky bombs arcing over, making it so hard for these players sat on the high ground. As now it's a bit of a reset. These players can now start taking space up from lobby, try and get in from SKEDDA, but there's so many low HP players. Mac dropping 2 on the way in. It's such a good Uber charge from Pepis Pizza Party. Launched into the skybox. His shinies are not able to be airshotted down and is going to try and escape the submarine area. This is surely not allowed to happen. 3 players fall. Eon collapsed on the back line though. Menex going to try and jump in for something, but only Base God alive.
Cool KN, the jester there, because he juggled Mac so well. Luckily, Soldier comes in and cleans up Eon, otherwise it was going to be detrimental. That was surely a round if Eon lives and has a 40-50% advantage. He was about to, but luckily he comes up clutch. But this is fine for Pepis. They're like, okay,
there's no forward spawns either.
But there's not really much reason for us to push or do anything. They can just hold mid, and it's not an easy mid to get in on.
Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking there for a moment there was a lot of forward spawns denied, so perhaps there was a chance to walk forward. But like I say, a round up, 5 minutes left. There's no reason to go for anything silly, no reason to go for anything too aggressive over from Pepis Pizza Party. And like we say, even Ubers, both teams now going to be stabilising out. But again, Pepis Pizza Party with control of the midpoint, they in theory will be the ones wanting to aggress. But we're now at the point in the game where a round reset is game over if you are on SKEDDA.
It's a minute on the clock. Feasibly possible. Like, you could do it if there's a round reset. But we have the plug-in with the extra 15 seconds, bring us down to 45. So actually, you might be right.
I think it is game over. I think it's game over.
So they need to do something here on SKEDDA. They need to find something. They're looking like they're favoring Big Door here. But the stickies are just so much. Yak constantly just reloading, setting down 1 or 2. And you just can't do absolutely anything here. They need to find something. They need to find an opening, an overextender, anything, any small advantage. They need to go on SKEDDA. They've been so good throughout these series of finding those small advantages. But now, when it's critical, can they do it?
Yeah, but you look at the players on SKEDDA, right? There's so many big names, there's so many players that we've seen time and time again capable of going for these massive plays. Last map it was Lucas, but there's plenty more names on this roster that can go for something. George, the one first to bomb into elbow, perhaps.
I like this.
Going to be a bit of a distraction, going to bomb up towards the point, gets one rocket over onto Yak, going to be jumping over back towards Big Door, but does not manage to get too much else as Lucas is launched back all the way through choke, and there's nothing coming from it.
I think they need to commit for a 2-man there. I think that 1-man, while he did get into a good position to go for that bomb, I think there was really most eyes on him, right? There's no real reason to not look at that player that you know is coming through. As long as you do have at least one player locking down that choke, it's all good. However, now we are seeing Geordie up on the spy here, so has to go for something cheeky, and I think probably the best play here. If you're not feeling good about getting a sniper out of this area, this is exactly what you need to go for. And why would you go for this? Doesn't look like they're aware of the fact that this might be happening, but this is going to be a slow play. And with only 3 minutes left on this round timer, he really needs to go for something.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all on the decloak, all on the stab, all on a potential kill over onto Eon. But actually, never mind, the force has come out anyway. The trade is in from this choke area. As Geordie now is in a bit of an awkward spot with these Ubers not in play. It makes the job a whole lot harder. But players on both sides, actually, App is the first.
Oh, he gets a kill. He might even get second with the pistol here. Does get the second. That's huge here. Trading out 2 for 2 during this. However, it's looking good for Pepis if they can keep these players alive here. Just need to get on base score, but this is the play that I'd want in my 1v1 situation. But takes down Mac instead here. Only Lucas left alone. Gets a 2k. Eon left alone, but gets the clutch arrow to stay alive here. The hopes and dreams of Pepis alive once more. Oh, but still 3 minutes left.
There's still 3 minutes left, but there is going to be Ubercharge advantage. Mac is such a late spawner. Lucas, such a late spawner also. All the spawns are coming in now, Pepis Pizza Party. If they want, they can take even more ground. There's only 2 defending players here on this second point for SKEDDA. And yeah, we see space being taken. Yak already trapping out these shutters in towards lobby. They're potentially thinking about walking forward here. They're thinking about it, but you know what? They're thinking, you know what? That's it. There's no point pushing the issue. We've got this ad of about 30%, but it can all go wrong.
Yeah, they absolutely should do absolutely nothing here. This is the correct play, right? It's all on SKEDDA to do something. But these are the situations where everything gets messy, comms are going crazy, everyone has ideas on what to do, and you just need to stick on one plan. I think it's all on Mac here. This is going to be their main caller. If anyone has the experience in these situations and how to do this best, it's Mac, and you've got to have faith in him.
Yeah, absolutely. The Prem winner in the past, but this is a whole different beast. This SKEDDA roster going to try and walk Geordie in underneath, but has been spotted out. Going to draw some eyes, perhaps now over towards Big Door. The attention could come in as the bomb up from Warped. He's actually going to blast away one of the soldiers. Ubercharge forced out from Mac. Push comes in. Ubercharge has traded 1 player down. That is Tiram, and it's all about these Uber fades. When is it going to drop? Who is going to go down at the end when these shiny players are left vulnerable? 3 players falling, 4 players falling. It's crumbling for Pepis Pizza Party. SKEDDA, the trade has worked so well. Players in behind. Geordie in on the medic, but Eon lives.
Just for now, but there's already another soldier of Warped. Can he find the spam? If they get any extra picks here, this is so clutch. Soldiers are coming up now, but they instantly want to go for a push on SKEDDA. Setting up in this lobby area, they are onto shutters. See if they can do anything. Oh, but they're so hesitant to try to do anything. They know the right place to get their players back up, back healthy. It's a minute remaining here. It's enough time to get an Uber, and that's exactly what they want to do.
There's a tiny ad as well.
It's like 20 ad. This is so good if they know they can go on this. They need to have perfect positioning on the side of Pepis Pizza Party. Otherwise, this could absolutely be a clutch here by SKEDDA. What are they going to do?
Yeah, it's all on this last push. 5% left on this Ubercharge from Mac. It's getting ready to be used in. SKEDDA, they need all the energy in the world. Bomb comes in onto this right-hand side, gets the gun down, gets some good spam towards spawn, but the Ubercharge still not ready there from Eon. 910, 100%. The blue Uber is there. Plenty of cap time coming in. Not going to come through just yet. 1 pick for the red side on the Uber. So many low players. KN goes down. Big push onto the point. Also, the Pyro getting dealt with. Geordie might just be there in time.
Lucas coming in, but he's cleaned up. It's just Varney left on the point. 30 seconds remaining. Mac with the arrows. There's 2 players up.
Nearly.
Surely there's nothing he can do, but it's still 30 seconds left on
There's
the
a
clock
second
here.
wave.
It's enough time for these players to come in. Mac's making so much time.
Mac!
He's being such a rat. He needs to try to escape here, or make time, or make damage, or do anything. He decides not to escape. He has to trust in his spawners. It's only 15 seconds remaining, Ben.
Yeah, he's such an aggressive player in the trap, getting the kill into Menek's Pizza Party. It looks like they're going to do it. Max staying so aggressive, not able to buff the teammates up. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. There's no time for this re-aggression. Pepis Pizza Party, they're going to take it.
They are your upper bracket winners of this, sending SKEDDA all the way back to the lower bracket here.